can't see. Yeah, I can still see you.
Okay. All right.
We are technically streaming, but the program hasn't started.
Right. Well, people are getting there in their places and setting down.
Exactly.
The lights are on dim.
Picking up their banjos.
Lights are on dim. You know, can I just say that I went and saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and I don't need to review the movie, although because I did that on Chewing the Fat. But enough with the commercial. I got to put 30 minutes of commercials, not just trailers, but trailers and commercials, and a trivia and BS. 30 minutes.
5, 4.
Holy cow!
Be quiet.
Straight out of the DFW Metroplex, it's Saturday Morning Live with Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat and Brad Staggs from the Daily Mojo. Today's musical guest is my 600-pound banjo life. Yes, I love these babes. And now here are your hosts, Brad Staggs and Jeff Fisher.
Right? Who doesn't love those babes from my 600-pound banjo life?
Every second of them.
I'm telling you.
Every second, every pound of them.
It's and there's a lot of women to love there. Just quite frankly.
Yes. Well,
is everything working? Hold on, I got to make sure everything's working.
Once you go fat, you never go back.
Isn't that the truth? I thought
that's the saying.
I thought that had something to do with yellow or brown. No, it's some color.
Oh no, stop, Mr. Racist.
I don't. What's wrong with brown? Why do you hate brown so much? What can brown do for you today?
Yeah. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm doing so well. I mean, it's either this or the bottom of the swimming pool, and I opted for this morning.
No, Brad.
What? If
you're feeling that way, call. Somebody will help.
Haven't you ever dived for quarters in the deep end of the swimming pool?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Who doesn't want to do that? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And everything's fine. Shut up. Everything's just fine.
Okay. I'm taking my medication. It's supposed to kick in. It's supposed to help.
It's supposed to be. I'm supposed to feel better by now. Damn it. I'm good.
I'm going to take another one.
Maybe I will. You know what I think when I hear the my 600-pound banjo life, I think maybe I'll feel better. Because they always make me feel better when I see those women, when I see those lovely what are they? When I see those lovely ladies and that huge banjo, it just kind of gets you. It got to get you right in the...
does put things into perspective a little, doesn't it?
Did you know they were triplets? I mean, they were identical triplets.
No, I did not know
they
that.
are identical triplets.
I just thought they were, closely aged sisters.
No, they're just they're.
Well, they are closely aged sisters, but triplets.
Right, within a few seconds of each other. But when you hear their inspiring story, I think that you will be just as giddy with anticipation as I am. So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
I don't know where you want to start today. I'm gonna check in over here on all of the chat boards to make sure that that someone's watching, just to make sure that we're not alone in all of this.
It doesn't matter. Do we do this? Do we do this for other people? I thought we would just this for ourselves.
Not really. It's pretty much it's us. I mean, if you can't do this for yourself, most of the jokes are just for us. So. Let's see here. Where's the? Hold on. I think we're up everywhere. That's
we're up. I see. We're up on. At least we're up on my X. That's the only thing I care about.
Nice.
Oh, and are we up on the Saturday Morning Live?
Real Saturday Morning Live.com.
Seriously, that's what it is.
Yes.
What is it? It's
real Saturday Morning Live.com.
Sorry.
Cougar is over there.
Saturday Morning Live.
Molten Man. Curtis is there. Unfolding Joker.
Got to put that link in my links.
She's S57 is over there waking up and good. So everything is working over there. The word Brad is looking for is cankles. I don't think when I think of those girls I think of cankles. They really don't have that bad of cankles.
No, they don't.
I mean, quite frankly, one of my legs right now, I have cankles. So I am not going to be throwing rocks at anybody this morning. So
what's wrong? Is there some sort of infection?
No, it's the knee and the foot thing over here on the right leg, and
there's some swelling.
I have, and on my ankle too.
Yeah, there's.
Hold on a second. I have a whole soundboard here somewhere that's got every. Do you know there are this many different types of rim shots? That one and that one.
No, the first one I think is the one you need. I don't even need to hear the rest of them.
I don't know. That was. I kind of like that one.
No.
Where are we starting? I don't even. Where do you want to?
I don't care. I don't care. We can talk about Scotty Scheffler. You don't even know who he is, so why talk to you about him?
Wait a minute. Who is Scotty?
The number one golfer in the world.
Oh, that's right. I looked that up yesterday after at the mic with Keith. I looked him up, and why did he get arrested?
Okay, so he got arrested yesterday, and the story keeps getting better, actually, because then after they arrested him, they took him in, they made him change clothes into the orange prisoner jumpsuit, get a mug shot, and then they released him, and he made it back and golfed yesterday. In fact, and he golfed pretty good. He was trying to get into Valhalla Country Club in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Right? Now, prior to him arriving, there was a fatal accident. All right, one of the buses that shuttle people in and out of the club for the tournament and the workers hit a pedestrian and killed that pedestrian, sadly. And so traffic was kind of discombobulated there. And Scheffler was going to go into the club, into Valhalla Golf Club, and he saw a person, telling him, and he held up his pass to get in, because they told him all you got to do is hold up your pass and you get to bypass all this traffic and come into where you can park. And he did that. And then this officer, was telling him to stop, and, then grabbed onto his car. And then Scheffler stopped, and he tried to grab Scheffler out of the car, and then he shut the car off and opened the door and drug him out of the car and slammed him up against the car and handcuffed him for disobeying his stop signal there on the road. Okay, so there was a ESPN reporter right there by the gate watching this whole thing, and he tried to come up and say, "Hey, he was just trying to get in the club. He's." Whatever the cop was saying, get back. It doesn't matter. He's going to jail now. Now they didn't know who he was. All right. The cop was pissed. The cop was pissed that he didn't stop right away. Okay. And so that he got his panties in a wad, and that nothing was going to stop the Louisville Police Department from. Apparently, this officer didn't have anything to do with the officers that they used for traffic patrols and controls at the country club. This was a separate officer there because of the fatal crash.
Gotcha.
Okay? And so he got all bent out of shape. He was a detective, so I'm sure he may have been bent out of shape having to do it anyway.
Right.
As a detective, why is he there directing traffic?
Right.
That's what I'd like to know. So now after they arrest him, they get him in the backseat of the car, handcuffed. And the reporter for ESPN says, then I see them take the handcuffs off. And I thought, okay, this de-escalated a little bit. They're going to let him go. Nope, they were just letting him settle, and they re-handcuffed him. Then another cop comes over to the reporter and says, okay, so who is he? What's his name? This person's name or whatever. So they didn't even know who it was. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so then they took him in, they arrested him, and then they let him go. So he made it back to golf yesterday. And so then after that, the police report reads that it gets better. Okay, so the police report then reads that the police officer ruined his pair of pants when he was drugged by Scheffler in the car, which was never in the report. Darlington said he jumped on the car or tried to grab what was his quote?
Wait, the cop grabs the dude, grabbed his car?
The report from Darlington said the police officer attempted to attach himself to Scheffler's car, and then Scheffler stopped his vehicle. And then the police officer began to scream at Scheffler to get out of his car. Scheffler exited his vehicle. The officer shoved him against the car and immediately placed him in handcuffs and said, hey, Scheffler looked at me and said, hey, can you help? And the police officer said, step back. No matter what you do, there's nothing you can do about it. He's going to jail. All right. So, but after that, I'm just saying, so now, okay, so fine. Let's go with that. That's, we'll say that part I believe. All right. That whole series of incidents, I believe. The cop was pissed, arrested him, took him to jail, all of that. No problem. I got it. All right. So he was charged. One of them is a felony.
Why would you charged him? Why would you grab the car as a cop? You can't stop a car by holding it.
Right. I mean, that is really stupid.
And it says
really stupid.
It says he had to go. I found a video to see a Louisville detective hospitalized after being dragged.
Okay, well, see, now I'm getting to that. Right, I'm getting to that.
All right.
Okay, so now I believe all of this up to this point. All right. So then after we get the police report where he says that he ruined his pants. They were $80 during this scuffle with Scheffler. Now, I'm just saying, when this police report was written, now he knows who he is. He realizes the press that's going to come from this case, right? It isn't just some guy selling hot dogs at Valhalla at the country club. Okay.
Nope.
Now he realizes, oh man, there's going to be some serious press on this.
Yep.
So now the police report says he ruined his pants, and then it's reported that he had to go to the hospital. So that, I believe, is all BS, because all of that took place after they realized who he was.
Right,
now, I got no love for Scotty Scheffler. I mean, he's the number one golfer in the world. I like him. He's a good guy. He's a good family guy. Never done anything wrong that I know of. You know what I mean? He's whatever. But this is completely, what they're trying to portray from the Louisville Police Department is completely out of character. You know what I mean? Completely out of character for this guy.
Right. But then at the same time, this guy he's a golfer and he's trying to get around. And I get the stress at a fatality accident. I mean, nobody wants to be. I know. And then you got some guy trying to drive around. He apologized.
And he came out. He apologized and said, I was just trying to get in. And he gave condolences and said it was sad for the person who lost their life and what happened. And I get all that. And so, he has all these charges now against him. And one actually is a felony because they're saying that he, what are they calling it? Assaulted a police officer.
Let's see.
Okay.
That'd be when he dragged him.
I guess so, yeah. But the police officer, according to Jeff Darlington, and I'm quoting now, attached himself to the vehicle.
Right.
So
how about we all just say we're sorry and move on?
That's what I'm saying. So I get, like I said, okay, so I get you're not going to let him go after you put the handcuffs on. The most you could do, we're going to arrest him. All right. But after that, calm down.
Is there, come on, just because you got handcuffs on doesn't mean you can't. You can let him go.
You could. You could
let him go.
Or you could arrest him and charge him with, I don't know, not to obeying a police officer's traffic signals or whatever.
Right.
Just give me a break. He was what he was doing. He wasn't trying to avoid the police. He wasn't trying to get away from anything. He didn't have any drugs in his vehicle. He's going to golf in the PGA tournament. That's where all this traffic is coming from, officer. But the officer's so pissed now, and that's what I'm saying, is that I believe everything up to the police after they realized who he was. Then all the rest of the stuff about the pants and the assault and the having to go to the hospital, that's all BS. That's just trying to cover his ass because he knows who the man is. Wow. Ridiculous. And Louisville Police Department, have got their own issues to begin with. So,
is that the same department?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. And this dude, there's the picture of him in cuffs being perp walked into the car. He looks like a thug. Big tall.
He does.
boy.
He looks like a thug. He does. His shorts on. So he said when they had him in the cell, he just did his morning routine of loosening up and practicing so that, if he could get out of there, he could go back to the course. And he did. And he golfed really well. Anyway, I just, like I said, I really don't have any love or non-love for Scotty Scheffler. He seems like he's a nice guy. I've heard him interviewed. He's a good family guy. He's the number one golfer in the world. I just think this is it got blown way out of proportion because the police officer got his panties in a wad.
Everybody's all wound up. Everybody's wound up tighter than a cheap watch.
Yes.
Because of everything that's going on.
Yes.
This is the result. Yeah, this is the result of everything being wound up everywhere about everything.
True. Yes, that's actually 100% true.
That's why it's going to be one of these little events that just is going to be the spark.
Why can't you move the camera over?
It's in the
can't
same.
You move the camera?
It is in the same.
I know. Move the camera. I don't like having to sit in this space.
All you have to do is turn your computer.
You move your camera. Not you. Don't move. You move the camera.
Well, that's your camera.
No.
And all you've got to do is move over a little bit. That's what I just did to show you how easy it is.
It's not comfortable for me to be over here.
This is what got Scotty Scheffler in trouble. Trying to adjust the angle on stuff. See, this is why everybody's.
I do like the whole thing of. I will say, and you're right that he. Kind of oblivious to what's going on because he's just like, I just got to get into the golf course. Here's my pass. I'm going by. I'm not stopping. So it's kind of. I understand that thought process as trying to get into events. I understand that thought process. I've talked my way into events from police officers who have entrances blocked. Like, I got to get in, bro.
I talked my way into the backstage at the Olivia Newton-John concert in 1984 at the.
I don't know that's
Universal Amphitheater. I was a pretty good.
Yeah,
I did
for you.
I did it.
The Olivia Newton-John. I'm sure the people were like, "Yeah, go ahead."
No, I was not. It was not that easy. It took a special set of skills.
Did it? Did it take a? I mean, I agree. I'm just messing with you because it's Olivia Newton-John.
Right.
But it takes some doing to talk your way into those events, man.
See, now Multiman51 in the Rumble chat room says after he wins the PGA Championship, Scotty should sue the police department.
Well, he's got to go back. He's got to go back into court next week. This coming week, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, he's got to go before a judge, if that actually happens. But I think it will now because instead of making it go away and just give him some misdemeanor charges and we'll give him a fine and get him out of here, the cop has to be a dick and go on about my pants and I had to go to the hospital and okay.
Well, what if it was Bob Smith and he had to get home because he had to get his kid to his Saturday morning recital or whatever it was, Thursday morning recital? Right. Is that not just as important as the golf championship to Bob Smith?
Yeah, but what do you mean by that, though?
Well, I'm just saying, would Bob Smith be able to get all this stuff dismissed? Scotty Scheffler can get it dismissed because, PGA and all that. But could Bob Smith, if it was Bob Smith and not
Bob
Scotty
Smith
Scheffler,
to get an attorney.
Tell Bob Smith to go win some golf championships.
Tell Bob Smith to get an attorney and he can get off. I mean, that's what happened. I was just thinking about this the other day. And I don't know why we were talking about it, but, Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, when he got busted at that massage parlor, all those other people that got busted that same weekend all got off because of Robert Kraft's attorneys.
Yes, they did.
He got them all off because it was all an illegal sting and it was all BS. Hey! So I'm sorry, we can all hate on rich people, but it took the rich guy with the attorney to get the whole crowd off.
Are you sure it was the attorney that got them all off?
Hey! No, I'm not. It might have been One Sue or whatever her name was.
And they probably didn't have to pay. They got off.
No, that was already done. No, they did not. Well, they didn't have to pay because Kraft paid for his own attorney, and the judge let it all go. I mean, that was awesome. Hey! Why is it? That's your deal.
I like that rim shot. I don't even know where it came from. The Greg Hahn rim shot. Speaking of getting off. All right. This is just...
Is this your new girlfriend? Or?
No, this is
honey, the eyebrows. Ooh.
What is that all about? What is this new trend with these eyebrows? First of all,
that's just makeup, and she's kind of dressed up, thinking she's cute. And
well, why do they do that? They look
I don't know. I don't.
They're called
like
horns.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's,
she didn't ask me.
No. I
do love. I tell you one thing though, just stop, pause for a moment.
Yeah.
The light that she has behind her there with the multiple light bulbs.
Yes,
and
I used to have a lamp like
things.
that. Yep.
We have one upstairs here. I love that stupid thing.
I used to have one of those. You're right; those are nice lamps. And I think the one that I used to have had different different colored shades on each one.
Yeah, and it comes with the extras. I don't even know what. Those are in a box in the garage that
a nice
I'll never
lamp.
see again for the rest of my life.
Really?
But yes, they come with multiple colors, so you can change them out.
I don't know if she changed them out each time she groomed a schoolboy for sex.
Yeah, I don't.
Or
yeah,
not.
I don't know. What did she do?
Her name is Rebecca Joins. She is accused of being a predator and grooming 2 schoolboys for sex. And look at it. She's not like hideous. What is it with these women?
She's not. She's just, little.
Don't marry her. That's obvious. Just from the eyebrows. But she groomed 2 school, and this is in England, I think. She groomed 2 schoolboys, one of them aged 15.
Okay.
Is that a schoolboy?
What? No, it is not, but go ahead.
I remember being 15, and listeners to the Daily Mojo have said, yes, that's a child. And
I know.
Right,
I get into arguments all the time over this. I know. I know.
As a former 15-year-old boy myself, and having gotten into some trouble myself.
Yes. And at the time, when
I know
when my father when my real father passed away, when I was 14, my mother worked every day and kept a roof over our heads, and I love her to this day for it. But I did what the hell I wanted.
Me too. My mom and dad were gone all the time.
My mom, I know, as a matter of fact, was not very happy with the number of things that took place and transpired. But
nope.
I'm just saying, at that time, I did not feel like I was a schoolboy.
No.
I was.
Right. And you were dumb. You were dumb as a box of hair.
I get it. Well, I'm only dumb as half a box now, so it's okay.
Did they have the telephone back when you were 15?
My mother worked for Michigan Bell Telephone. Yes, they had the telephone.
Okay, just checking. One boy, age 15, lied to his parents that he was going around to a friend's house to play.
That's not a lie.
Play FIFA. Is that?
Oh,
that's different.
Game.
Okay,
that's a soccer game. That is different.
That is different than to play.
What you told me earlier was that he was going over to a friend's house and playing.
Okay,
that's not a lie.
No,
but
okay,
playing FIFA,
right?
Maybe he had a different meaning for FIFA.
Right, it could be.
You just don't know.
The other 16-year-old.
Is that her nickname? Is that
possibly
her nickname from him?
That's FIFA.
I'll just call you FIFA.
Right. I think that comes from the French word for eyebrows.
FIFA. I think that's right. I think that is.
The other one, 16 years old, told his parents he was going to watch a Manchester United match.
Is the same girl?
Yeah, that's her. I think that's her mugshot on the left.
I mean, she looks so much better in the mugshot.
She really does. I know. That's why I don't understand the eyebrow thing. It's so harsh.
Okay.
I mean, honey, let's just soften up the look a little bit.
Just a little bit. Trim the hair, soften the eyebrows.
Both of them were secretly going to meet their math teacher. Now, in the story, it says maths teacher. Do they really call it maths now?
I guess. I don't know. Who knows?
I miss the old days.
It's either that or it's just another example of no one, proofreading any of the stories that go out, and they don't care about the mistakes at all. They just don't.
She was their math teacher at Salford Quays. At her, excuse me, that's where her apartment is, Salford Quays. She's 30 years old. She faces jail now for grooming the boys, ironically, with her eyebrows not being groomed so much. One of whom, it gets interestinger. One of whom is the father of her baby.
Oh.
Uh-huh. So how did shy and quiet girl who later secured her dream job as a teacher transform into a sexual predator targeting her own pupils?
Okay.
I know it's wrong. I get it. It's against the law. There's a big difference, though. I'm just going to get myself in trouble. I should just.
I know. I did the story the other day about David Copperfield, and they're coming after him. They're coming after him. But, the one girl said they admitted to having sex with each other after she was an adult.
Right.
And then, but he called her before she was an adult and groomed her. So at no time during that time were you able to say, "Hey, David, stop calling me."
Right. She was a talented gymnast, according to her friends. See, that makes it even more intriguing.
The teacher? Yeah,
yes.
It does. Yes, it does.
She not only knew math, but she was a gymnast.
Yeah, that's. I'm not necessarily a hater of gymnasts.
She is not. I mean, she's not entirely.
Oh, that one looks rough.
What you think?
She's a little wound up right there.
You think that looks rough? It doesn't look so rough to me. I don't know. It doesn't. It doesn't.
She doesn't look terrible. She's got makeup on. I like the little pearls and the little gold necklace with the kid's name on it, probably underneath that I can't see, and cute little hoop earrings. It's not bad.
Well, and her eyebrows aren't quite as bad as the other ones.
No, but they're getting there. See, she likes that.
She
likes that shadowing along the edge there. I don't like that makeup plan.
I don't get that.
Get a new makeup artist.
Yeah. I'm. Anyway, so she's now a sexual predator and.
Yeah, well, and look, I know
there's so many things in this world to really be upset about, and I mean, we got people, having their kids' genitals cut off, and then we're
worried. I know, and we're worried about the 15-year-old kid who's happy,
right?
You can't be happy. He's a kid. He doesn't know any better. Okay, all right. You're right.
Look at me. I'm fine. I've grown up fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I can hold interpersonal relationships just fine.
I promise you. And I promise that if there was ever... See, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. I think I only remember one teacher that would have been worthy.
Miss Mabin.
Maybe one. Except for the math teacher. He was pretty hot. Anyway, that's another story. But
yours too, huh?
Yeah, well, he's always helpful.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know that, so I didn't have necessarily a lot of teachers to think that about.
Right.
But if that were the case.
Right. I know.
You're not saying no.
I know.
You're just not.
Laird Leprechaun, back then we were young, dumb, and Curtis says at 15 you screw anything.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Airman CES 66 CES says the problem, Brad, is that they're trying to normalize this sort of behavior. I don't think so. That's not. I mean, they're going. That's the weird part.
They're throwing them in the jail. Yeah, everything else they're normalizing, but they're throwing all these teachers in jail, saying how bad it is. And going back to the 15-year-old that screws anything, that's when the adults are supposed to kick in and not let it happen.
Right. And from a DNA standpoint, you go back and for the human species, 15, 16, I get hammered for this, but that's when, that's when the human species is, in history supposed to reproduce, not cut their genitals off and be zimzed zur.
How dare you?
I know. That's the crazy part. You. It's, and
I know.
Moldaman 51 says the Spanish teachers are generally hot. Are they?
My Spanish teacher was my baseball coach. So
my Spanish teacher, I can't remember his name. He wasn't that hot. He told funny stories, but he was not that hot. But I know, but
Spanish or French?
I don't think that's the problem. They're not normalizing this. They're normalizing the weird ass behavior, and they're punishing this, which, from a DNA standpoint, from a human reproduction standpoint, this makes more sense than deciding that you're a girl instead of a boy.
And she's having babies with them, right?
Right.
I mean, she already has a child with them.
Right.
She's reproducing.
Right.
So that goes into your DNA.
Yeah.
Standpoint.
I'm just saying. I'm looking for a graceful way to back out of this. And
no, there's no way to back out of it, because the truth is, and that is the truth, right? And for years, and we believe that we've adapted and become smarter and evolved, but have we? Have we become smarter and evolved? Because it certainly doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't. And by the way, I was just sent this. Scotty Scheffler, high fives fan wearing the police mugshot T-shirt.
Nice.
At the PGA Championship hours after the dramatic arrest.
That's awesome.
See, now that's
awesome.
That's capitalism right there.
That is capitalism right there. You aren't lying. That's awesome.
Is what makes America great.
That is what makes America great right there, man. That's tremendous.
That you can have. Is that his mugshot on the other? Wearing the orange jumpsuit? Wait, that can't be.
They put him in an orange jumpsuit.
What's this one? This is just a random.
I don't know.
In the green polo, just a random picture of him from somewhere else. Okay.
Honestly, I just said I don't know.
Wow. I gave you 4 seconds to find out. You didn't know. It is time. Let's see here. I wanted to give you a shot because I was listening to Chewing the Fat, and I heard you talk about fast-growing trees.
Yeah,
and the fact
they sponsor the show. They're one of the sponsors of the show.
And that you were ordering some boxwoods.
Yeah, I think that's what I ordered. Yeah, the boxwood shrubs.
Are they on the front page? I can't see them. Are they white dogwood?
Sure.
How does this work? So you choose the plants. They just send. I mean, they send you a tree in the mail.
Yes. They send you the bushes they come in a box, and you take them out and you put them in the ground. That's how it works.
They send you the bushes in a box.
I will say this: if you just leave them in the box, they don't last. I can tell you for a fact that if you leave them in a box, they don't last.
Not even the purple pillar rose of Sharon.
Not even the purple pillared roses. No, they don't. You can have them deliver your peach trees, or your lemon trees, or whatever other tree you want, or shrubs, and if you just leave it in the box, they don't survive.
I'm disappointed in that. That just seems. Well,
I know. I mean, even their 30-day alive and thrive guarantee or whatever, I don't know that if you leave them in a box, pretty sure that doesn't happen.
Oh, you can get a Meyer lemon bush sent to you.
Those are pretty. Those are pretty cool to have.
You can grow a lemon tree in like a thingy like that? That's awesome.
I know.
I am fascinated by the fact that you can just order plants and have them delivered to your home on the interwebs.
That's awesome. It's a fantastic thing.
And all you have to do is go to
what I need. fastgrowingtrees.com. Promo code Jeffy.
But and / Jeffy gets you there too.
Oh, okay, awesome.
I did notice that because I noticed that.
You just did that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Did that. Oh, look, it's time for the break.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but it's time for a quick break. You'll be right back. I thought it might be a good time to tell a few jokes during this nonsense break that you guys take every Saturday that no one knows why, and it's annoying.
No, I don't really think it's. I mean, do you want not?
Where's the jokes?
I don't think Not Stu should be telling jokes because.
Well, let's hear them. Does he have any?
I'm putting my foot down. No.
I'll remember this, and so will you when AI takes over the planet.
Oh, really?
He's pissed now.
And they're back. Brad Staggs and Jeff Fisher.
Huh.
He's pissed now. You should let him. You should let him tell the jokes.
I don't think he had any good jokes, quite frankly. As a matter of fact, I can tell you, he didn't have any good jokes.
All right. But he's right about the AI. We do need to talk about, I have said now, I'm a firm believer, I want a robot in my home, and I want it to do stuff for me. I want it to clean. I want it to serve. It's what I want. I'm going to call it Dewey. It's going to be my Doobot. I want it in my home.
To serve man.
If a company wants to start creating Doobots, you're welcome. I'll just take a minor cut. Just send me a couple of bucks. But I want to call it Dewey, and I want it in my home, and I want it to be able to do stuff for me. And I want that to happen ASAP.
It's funny you should mention that. Because, and don't forget, just as a quick reminder, we do still have the My 600-Pound Banjo Life girls coming up there.
Are they in?
They're in. Are they in yet?
We're good to go.
They're in yet.
Right.
But we do have video.
Look at this.
Of a Chinese robot.
Oh, wow.
You can tell it's Chinese. But it...
Well, by the eyes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Why has it got such a tiny little head?
Okay, so... Like, I'm never going to have the robot do this.
But why? It'd be great at parties.
Ta-da! I'm never going to have it do that.
But you're never going to have it pick stuff up off the table and put it in the plastic drawer?
Yeah, that it will do. It'll pick stuff up. I get that. Okay, all right, so you pick it up, fine. Does it move? It looks like it's kind of a stationary thing, which I don't like. I want to see it move.
Well, I mean, if it can do that, surely they can make it move.
I need vacuuming. I need bathrooms cleaned.
Right. But each time it's doing this,
cabinets cleaned.
It had to be told, put the pen over in the thing. Now, look, it's...
Okay, so it's slicing up the old cukes. Okay, put the peppers
skinning the cucumber.
Smashing the peppers.
Right.
Okay. Oh, it's actually making some kind of grilled cheese sandwich. Nice.
Right. But who had to go get all the ingredients?
Right, not that. I don't want to have to do that.
Right.
I want the robot to do that.
Yeah. And
Okay, so it's opening a bottle.
Right.
Does it pick up the cap, or does it leave the cap just spewing about?
Right. And if the cap, what if the cap falls off the counter? Is it smart enough to go, whoa, hold on a second, where'd it go? And then go look for it and pick it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have the dishes in the strainer behind him. I want to see him wash the dishes. Can his hands get wet?
Right. What if he gets rained on?
Yeah. He's got the shower to clean, the toilets to clean, dishes to wash.
He can pour wine into a carafe.
Whoa, in a carafe. Yeah, we'll use that. Another party trick.
Right.
Okay, I'm okay with the ironing. I like that. Nobody folds their shirt that way, but I like the way you're doing it. No problem.
I was surprised at how actually good it worked, the way he did it.
I know. I like my shirts folded like that. My wife folds them like that. I can't.
What is he doing?
Look at that. He's tightening up the old step stool, the kitchen step stool.
Did he know?
It's safe for you to climb on.
Did he know that it was unsafe, or did somebody have to tell him, "Here, beat this thing with a hammer"?
It's a Chinese roll.
Okay, so it just knew.
I saw you step on it. It didn't look sturdy, so we've got to
let me fix that for you. Of course, you're going to have to pick it up, put it upside down for me, and hand me a hammer.
And don't use that hammer, because that hammer is that I use in the kitchen, doofus.
Good.
What are you talking about?
Then look, you can turn it over.
There you go. Oh, watering plants.
Oh, look, he's
plugging in a light. Okay.
Is that a vacuum? What is that?
Oh, okay.
Now we're getting there. So as long as you make your
we are starting to get there. We need a little bit. Oh, we're just tossing stuff in the trash.
Wow.
Okay.
He keeps learning. Wait a minute. This hasn't been a person the whole time doing it, has it? What the hell is she wearing? Is that like a
mask?
Is that like a dog face mask?
She got a mask and whatever, some kind of.
Why is she wearing
a super cool scientist T-shirt?
So, everything that we just saw, was that a woman doing it through the robot? I mean, I mean, it seems like maybe that's
or they're trying to tell you that the robot is just mirroring what the human
right.
is doing.
That's what I'm saying. And then look.
No,
at
I
the
mean
ma-
she.
What the hell is that? Right, as I'm saying, in other words, was she back there the whole time?
I know what you were saying. That's not. I'm just saying that they were showing you that the robot would mirror what you do.
What a woman does. Right. Cleaning and cooking. I mean, I think that's obvious. And skinning the cucumber. Because who doesn't want a woman to skin your cucumber?
I want more from my robot than what they're showing me. Why is?
Don't know.
It's way behind. That's what you want from one of those. Skin your cucumber.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Thank you.
That one just tickles me so much. Making sandwiches. Lord Leprechaun making sandwich. So that's the problem. If you have a robot, can it go to can you say, hey, sandwich now? And does it pop up and run to the fridge and open the fridge and pull out everything?
Correct. And I don't even, okay, let's say, all right, so the robot can't do that. All right, let's say the robot can't make the food or at least get the food out and it can help you prepare it, but it can't do all the little idiosyncrasies that you do while you cook. Okay, but can it run a vacuum? Can it decide where, just move around the house and sweep? Can it move around the house, clean the bathroom? Can it move around the house, clean, wash the dishes, which again, get the hands wet? I mean, do I have to put rubber gloves on it? Only when they skin the cucumber.
I mean, because a woman can do all that right now. Why do we need the robot?
Because you want to know why? Because the robot won't talk back.
Oh, hold on. What'd you say? The robot
because
what?
The robot won't talk back.
Curtis said he would rather have the robot dog with the flamethrower.
Those are cool. I mean, those are going to be cool until somebody actually gets really hurt with these bad boys.
Right. Why? I can't see.
And that's going to happen.
Why would that ever happen?
That's going to happen.
I mean,
that's going to happen.
Why?
Because this would be fun to have and fun to play with, but holy cow.
Kind of like a girlfriend on the side.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Right.
Fun to have, fun to play with, but sooner or later, somebody's getting burned.
Right. Why? I mean, I don't understand. And these things are only $10,000.
Yeah, under $10,000 actually.
You gotta love a.
And they have a bracket on them to put a weapon. I don't know that they make a specific weapon to put on the bracket, but
how much more of a weapon do you want? It's a flamethrower.
Yeah, but it only runs for so long. You want to be able to fire some if you're going to use it as a
right
for military purposes. You're going to want it to be able to do some damage.
Why does everything have to be military? Why can't we just have a damn robot dog who sits in the backyard and, catches the ball?
I'm okay with that too.
Why do we have to have him with a flamethrower on him and a weapon? Can we not just?
I mean, have you seen the new underwater drones that we're using in the military? Those are awesome.
No,
man. Oh,
the underwater drones.
Yeah, the underwater drones that they're using for, again, the military. Really, really kind of cool. There's a couple different ones, one from Australia and one from the U.S. The U.S. is kind of I forget what they called it. Gosh darn it. The Australia one was Ghost drone, I think.
Is it the mysterious super weapon Manta Ray?
Manta Ray, yeah. Yeah.
Here's
evolution is reshaping the landscape of naval warfare. Submarines have.
By the way, she's not from around here.
Found in the crown jewels of.
I missed her report when I was getting into the underwater drones.
Hold on, where the hell? Where do we get to the drones? There's all kinds.
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That's. See, it looks like I get it. It looks like a manta ray.
The drone mimics the design of the graceful manta ray.
a highly intelligent and
just
highly
listen to her
threatened sea
report, would you?
creature.
I'm trying to.
The American Navy's latest weapon boasts of an unprecedented
That looks
ability.
really cool.
Hibernation on the seabed for extended periods without refueling.
Oh. It's like a... Huh. Ain't that something? I wonder if that comes with curry. She may have liked... I don't know if she liked curry or not. She may have. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
You ever live in a complex?
I got nothing.
You ever live in a complex, say an apartment complex?
Yes, that's where I got most of my shenanigans done when I was 15.
That had a number of people from where we're assuming this girl is from.
Yes.
From that part of the country.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's nothing like the smell of dryer sheets and curry mixed together.
Yeah, man. That's good times.
And I like curry.
Good times.
And I like dryer sheet smell. But I do not like the mix.
You don't like them together.
Of curry and dryer sheet smell. It'll make your eyes water. So, and that's not racist. That's just good old God-given common sense. That's all it is.
The mixture of curry and dryer sheet.
And, yeah, right, dryer
smell,
sheets.
aroma, yeah.
I'm sure that gives you cancer. It has to.
Well, we don't know, do we?
No. Did you ever watch Baby Reindeer?
No, not yet.
Why?
I don't know. It
was good.
I started. I went to it even before you had mentioned it to me. I saw it and I was like, "Oh, that looks good." And then I read about it and I was like, "Eh."
It was good. I thought it was good. And then this, the real life Martha or whatever she went on.
Yeah, she spoke out, right? Because they were pissed. People were trying to figure out who did it and try to detect. People were trying to be their own detectives,
right?
And she was like, "Hey, calm down.
It's me," which no one would have known it was her had she not gone on Piers Morgan's show and said, "Hey, it's me." And now they want to sue Netflix. Her husband is an attorney, and they want to. She wants to sue Netflix and sue Richard Gadd for
what?
That's just it. No one would have known it was you, dumbass, if you hadn't gone on Piers Morgan's show and said, "Hey, it's me."
Oh, she's pissed that now people have detected that it was her.
Right, because she told them it was her.
Right, but I mean, people were actually, if I remember right now, the people were getting at least detecting that it was probably her, right?
I don't know that. Maybe, but
I don't know. I just remember seeing some of the headlines, and I didn't know that they were suing Netflix, but that doesn't surprise me. Why not? Netflix is the big, bad, evil, rich company. Let's go after them. So I don't blame them.
But then she goes on Piers Morgan, and then she said, and then Piers Morgan came out and said, "This woman lied just about everything."
Oh.
And then now
well, there you go. Well, then you know what, Brad? I'm Baby Reindeer. It's me.
I'm Baby Reindeer.
Me. I'm going to sue Netflix. Those bastards.
No, I'm going to sue them because I don't want people to know that it's me, but it's me. And
so all you people that are now detecting that it's me, you were right. It's me. But thanks, Netflix, for getting me out in the open like that. So now it's me.
It doesn't. I mean, these people are nuts. And you can quote me on that. And she looks nuts. That's the thing. She looks crazy.
The one who portrays to be real Baby Reindeer?
Right. Yeah. He's technically Baby Reindeer. She's Martha, the chick that.
All right. Yeah, okay.
I mean, she's like a midget.
I'll watch the show. Yeah, no kidding.
And she's tiny. If she had a flat head right there, you'd set a beer on it. You can't.
It's like my joke from yesterday.
You can't say things like that.
A joke from yesterday. I got into an accident today. And guy got out of the car and he was a dwarf and he hollered, "I am not happy." And I asked him, I said, "Well, which one are you?" That's when the fight started. Thank you. So stupid.
But you know what? I heard that one and I laughed. I don't know, but this she just crawls all over because what a shmoo.
Yeah.
What a complete shmoo. She's just she's an attention whore is what she is.
Aren't they all? Well, I mean,
right.
Really, I mean, so are we. So never mind.
That's a good
Never
point.
mind.
Gamma Val in the chat room says technology is always so great. Nobody is thinking about the actual carbon footprint these are really putting off. About the robot. She's just having a robot.
She's right. Who said this?
Gamma Val.
Gamma Val.
But think about how much energy to recharge these helpers to humanity. EVs have been burning down homes. Anyone thinking about recharging these? I don't know. That's not a
that is a good point. I'm not more concerned about the carbon footprint, but I am concerned about the availability to be able to charge them up at a decent price and also safely, right? Because Gamma Val is right. I mean, if homes are burning down and things are being destroyed because of these electric vehicles and their chargers, that's an issue. That's a big issue.
It could be a problem because when you buy an EV, I don't know if you have to do it with all of them, but most you have to put in additional service at your house, and it's generally like a $6,000 upgrade to your electrical panel.
Stop. No, all you do is you plug it into the plug right there in the garage, and you're fine. It only takes 18 days to get a full charge, but just plug it in. Just plug it into the wall. You're fine.
Right. Everything will be fine.
We can upgrade you here for about $7,000 to this charger we can put into your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Although the hybrids, they're good. Hybrids are good. You get in them, you drive, and they charge
I saw
themselves.
a story this morning, and I didn't read the full story, so I apologize, but I believe I sent it to myself to read. So at some point I'll get to it. Where a trucking company had done the actual work and math on going electric and for their fleet, and it would cost them almost double to go electric. And so they're like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Why don't they just talk to Pete Buttigieg? He'll fix it for them.
I know.
He'll get it done.
Yeah, Willie.
He gets it all done, doesn't he? Doesn't he get it all done?
I guess he does. I love this. Okay, so these guys are setting a record for Red Bull, and whatever I said, drink all the Red Bull you can, I guess.
Right.
I don't really care. I'm okay with it.
They got good marketing.
They do have great marketing. So these guys captured it all to fly under the River Thames.
Is that close to the River Thames?
Whatever it's called. Is that what they? It's Thames, right?
It's River Thames.
It's Thames.
They're British. They don't do anything right. We kicked their ass in a couple of wars. Of course they mispronounce.
All right, so here we go. I don't think that they have. I don't think these were made for fat guys, but I would like to do it.
Would you trust it enough to jump out of the plane?
I would, and I would do it over the River Thames, not Thames, though.
Right. Well,
not do it over the River Thames.
Right. That is. So they got to aim.
Yes.
Are those jet powered, or is that's just a wing?
It's just a wing.
So intense, man.
Because if you miss.
Okay, so they're going for the top, that top half underneath the bridge there. He makes it. That guy misses. The one guy misses the mark.
What?
He makes it through, but he misses the actual mark they were going for. See, he goes way too low. Wuss.
Can you? I'm just thinking if you don't pull up, that would suck.
And they land on the little barges they have set up for them. Really cool.
Yes.
I wish I had the cojones to do that.
I would love to do that. I love doing all that stuff, but they frown upon 800-pound people jumping from helicopters.
I think we should file suit. I think we should file suit against them for not making these things
fat guy size.
Right.
Yeah. So these guys are the first wingsuiters ever to pass through London's, Tower Bridge. So, congratulations to them, the wingsuiters from Austria.
They did 200 training jumps.
That's what it said, yeah.
And that whole thing took a minute.
And the guy still missed his mark. If you look at the beginning, they show you where they were looking, how they, they were going for that top third in between the towers. And the one guy goes way too low when he finally does it. Loser.
Did they beat him severely afterward?
They did. Yeah, I think they did.
You piece of crap. All you had to do was get between the damn thing, and you couldn't even do that?
Well, he did get between them, but it just went too low.
What a loser.
I know. I can't trust anybody anymore.
I believe I think it might be time for our musical guest of the week.
They're ready?
They've been tuning up and snacking backstage, and it's
the one on I don't know which one plays the banjo better, the one with the missing thumb or the one with the extra finger.
Do you know how hard it is to play the banjo with the missing thumb?
I do not.
It is. I do not. I mean, if you knew how hard, you wouldn't laugh at her. I'm just saying.
All right, I
actually,
apologize.
They've sent their bio. My 600-pound banjo life. The identical triplets Linda Sue, Myrna Sue, and Bobby Sue. They were born and grew up in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains to a poor family of white trash. Their Uncle Abner, the actual inspiration for the comic strip that nobody except old people remember now, was actually a Bitcoin miner and spent most of his days deep underground in the mines there.
Uncle Abner?
Uncle Abner, yeah. His nickname was Lil. Lil. And Uncle, he was down there in the Bitcoin mines all day, braving those scorching temperatures and those dusty server rooms. It was nasty. But here's where it gets really inspirational. As a hobby, he built banjos in his small but well-equipped studio. He actually holds the record not only for the smallest banjo, a mere 12-inch long masterpiece, which you see there on the left, but also the largest, which is a behemoth weighing in at over. That is a big. That's what we call a big-ass banjo, a bab.
No doubt. I mean, is that a big banjo, or are you just happy to see me?
Right, exactly. Just happy to see me. Hey! Sorry. He sits on another screen. He's hard to get to. The girls, they travel around the country with this monster right there, that monster right there in tow, and they delight audiences everywhere with their tales of a world long gone in their cherished Appalachian home.
Oh, see?
I mean, is that not touching?
That is touching.
No, it's touching.
No,
here they are to sing, and remember, it's a female trio, and they're here to sing their big hit, Mountain of Shadows. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay. Mountain of Shadows.
Mountain of Shadows.
In the hills where the shadows grow long.
This does not sound like I pictured them sounding like.
Me either. I was surprised too, but they're so good.
Food to eat, just empty place with a banjo in hand. We sang
I'm sure they're not just lip syncing because.
Rocks and coal, our father's life in the night.
Right.
The dark and the danger.
That banjo, that 600-pound banjo, makes a good sound, though.
It does. It sounds like a guitar.
Through the pain and despair, three voices harmonizing, lifting up the air.
Right.
Mountain of shadow.
There they are.
We've cried our tears, but our spirits won't break. We'll overcome these years.
Right.
With the banjo leading, our hearts will find light. In the Appalachian Mountains, we'll rise and take flight.
I think that touching tribute to the Appalachian Mountains. My 600-pound banjo life.
I don't necessarily. I mean, the song's fine. I like the song. They just don't sound like they look.
They don't.
Quote me on that.
I think.
Sound like
I think it's because of the added weight. I think it does something to your vocal cords. It could also be the extra fingers.
It could be. It may be the extra finger.
I believe that's Bobby Sue over there with the.
Okay.
She's got the 5 fingers, and boy, when she gets down on that banjo.
That wasn't the cut we heard, though.
No, it wasn't. Well, you could hear her in the background, more of a backing banjo. At that, she's shy. Bobby Sue is kind of shy, so I didn't know if you had a joke of the day today.
I mean, I gave you one that I used yesterday. It was a used one. I can tell you this will help you though, Brad. I will leave on this note, and maybe our listeners and viewers can use this to help them today, because the story that I read talked about a guy who went outside and had his neighbors speak to him. And he said, so I did what I had to do. I strapped a monitor on my ankle, went outside with my shirt on inside out, and argued with a pine tree. That should hold them off for a while. So if you don't want to talk to your neighbors, just do that. Go outside, strap a monitor on, and turn your T-shirt inside out, and argue with a pine tree.
I think it's time for lunch.
Sadly, another Saturday Morning Live has come to an end. You can always get more of Jeff Fisher's irresistible presence by following him on X at JeffyJFR. Send him an email, chewingthefat@theblaze.com. And remember, you can get a cameo from Jeffy, but it's not free. So don't even ask. And if it's more of Brad Staggs that your heart needs, that's easy too. Follow him on all the socials at Real Brad Staggs. He never checks his email, but you can try brad@thedailymojo.com. Also, download the Daily Mojo app. It's on the Apple App Store right now, just waiting for your tug. As long as you guys don't need anything else, like a foot rub or maybe a neck massage, great! Then I'm out of here. Watch the Daily Mojo Monday morning at 7, and Chewing the Fat drops again Monday afternoon. Until then, I'm not Stu, saying if it's pasta you want, you gotta boil some noodles. Hasta la vista,